Board, my name is Shrader. I'm a resident in Berwick, and I'm here today to speak on behalf of the transgender and gender diverse youth in our schools. These students deserve what every child deserves, the right to learn in safety with dignity and respect. Yet for too many trans youth, this isn't their reality. They're more likely to be bullied, harassed, or assaulted simply because of who they are. They face higher rates of depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. These are children in our school who are most at risk, yet they cause the least harm. Trans kids are not a danger to their classmates. They are vulnerable and they need our protection. At our last meeting, I listened to a woman say that she hates the term deadening and that it breaks her heart. But she never mentioned the real heartbreak, the statistics of LGBTQ children who die because they were rejected, erased, or stripped of dignity. The word deadening may make some uncomfortable, but let's be clear, it's not nearly as uncomfortable as a child's funeral. This is the true cost when schools fail to protect these kids. And beyond compassion, let's talk about reality. What does it look like if a tall girl or a masculine presenting girl or an intersex student walks into a restroom? Do you even know the difference between intersex and trans? Do we want adults interrogating children about their body parts before using the bathroom? Not only is that humiliating and unsafe, this opens the district up to future and constant lawsuits for harassment, discrimination, and violations of civil rights. This path doesn't protect children, it endangers them, all of them, and it endangers this district legally and financially. Public schools are for everyone. They do not exist to enforce a group's personal beliefs at the expense of another child's safety. If a parent wants to impose their own narrow narrative, then they have the option of private schools. But public schools must remain inclusive because they belong to all of us. When you vote, I ask that you remember that these are not abstract policies. These are real children sitting in our classrooms right now. By affirming protections for transgender youth, you are not giving them special rights. You are giving them the same rights that every student deserves to belong, to be safe, and to learn. 4 quick points. Trans kids aren't asking for special treatment. They're asking to survive long enough to graduate. It's the literal bare minimum that we owe them. If adults can't handle being uncomfortable with a word or term, how can we expect children to handle being unsafe in their own schools? Public schools are for every child. If we can't make room for the most vulnerable, then we failed absolutely all of them. Trans youth are the most at risk, and yet they cause the least harm. The real danger is not their existence, it's our silence. I'd like to know how you're determining which policies are chosen and put on the agenda, because it certainly is not what our kids need. Thank you.